So this is the same regression line question, but I want to show you a little bit different way of calculating the standard deviation in this process. So sometimes you just want to skip the table format and then just use the steps given in the formula. So you can do it in just one step. So as in this case, we have calculated a mean of x, x bar, mean of y, y bar, and further, so you completed first step. So what is different in this process is process of calculating standard deviation of x and standard deviation of y. And some people find it useful because you can just simply do it in one step or couple of steps at one time rather than going through table. It could be fast, but there could be more chances of making mistake, but it's your personal preference which one you want to go for. Sometimes if you just do it using calculators, so some calculators give you direct answers for s of x and s of y, but whenever the question is asked to hand calculate this, you have to show at least the process, to understand that, to show that you understood the process, right? Because the points are for the steps. So in that case, we can, what you can do is you can just simply plug in each xi. So these are xi in the same formula. So square root of 1 upon n minus 1 summation of xi minus x mean, the entire term squared, right? So in this case, this is the x1, which is the first value of x. This is the mean of x, and then you take the square of that term. Then next one is x2, 47.4. This is your x2, then the mean of x, and so on. You can do till you hit the last data point for x, that is 55.2 in a sorted, not sorted but total data points, 55.2. That's your x5 minus mean of x. So notice that I just skipped this previous x3 x4 steps for convenience, and then you can for solve this and get the answer. If you are directly getting or deriving the answer from calculator, you are supposed to at least show this first step, right? And then show that you understood how you understood that the process is subtracting the mean from each of the x values, and then probably another step, but I think this first step is also fine, but this is like must. You should not directly write the answer, at least show this first step, and then final step. I think that should be fine. Similar principle for standard deviation of y. You can show this particular first step, that you understood this is y1 minus this is y mean, the entire term square, that is nothing but 192.1 minus 164.7, the entire term square, so on till the last data point, that is y5 minus y bar, the entire term square. So y5 you can see 169.5, it's 169.5, and this you can solve this under square root, and you can write the final answer if you are deriving this from calculator. And the rest of the process is same, you just substitute those values and get the regression line.